The letters never sent. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I will do it tomorrow," only to realize that tomorrow is a promise no one has actually made to you? If you are carrying the heavy weight of unsaid words, or if you are running relentlessly toward a future that feels endlessly distant, quietly neglecting the present moment, then let the world fade away for a while. Sit down, breathe out the exhaustion of the day, and let this story find its way into your soul. In the autumn of 1993, in a city of glass towers and yellow taxicabs, there lived a young man named Ethan Hayes. He was 28, sharp in his suits and sharper in his ambitions. From the 47th floor of his advertising firm, he looked down at the world like a king who had forgotten he was once a child. On his cluttered desk sat a beige rotary telephone, its cord tangled beneath stacks of paper. Beside it, half buried under coffee cups, lay a letter. The envelope was soft from age, postmarked 3 weeks ago, the handwriting careful and round. He had not opened it. His secretary knocked at the door. "Mr. Hayes, your mother called the front desk again. That's the 3rd time this month." "Tell her I'm in a meeting," Ethan said, not looking up. "I'll write her back this weekend." But the weekend came, and the weekend went, and the letter remained unopened. "I'll write her tomorrow," he whispered to himself. Far from the noise of the city, in a small cottage surrounded by mango trees, his mother Margaret sat by a sunlit window. Her silver hair caught the morning light. A tabby cat purred at her feet, and a fountain pen rested gently between her fingers. The radio played softly in the corner, a tune from her younger days. "My dear Ethan," she wrote on pale blue stationery, "the mango tree you planted when you were 7 finally bore fruit this year. 3 of them, small but sweet. I saved one for you in the icebox. Mr. Whitaker at the post office asked after you again. Come home when you can, my love. I'll be waiting." She folded the letter with care and walked to a wooden drawer in the corner. Inside lay dozens of envelopes, neatly stacked, each one sealed, each one addressed to Ethan, each one never mailed. She placed the new letter on top, closed the drawer softly, and went to feed the cat. That evening, Ethan sat across from his girlfriend Maeve at a candlelit restaurant. She watched him over the rim of her wine glass. "When was the last time you went home?" she asked. "Christmas, 2 years ago, maybe 3. 3? Mom understands. Once I make partner, I'll bring her to the city. Next year, maybe spring." Maeve set down her glass. "You always say next." "I sent her a postcard from the Boston trip. She knows I'm thinking of her." Maeve looked at him for a long moment. "Ethan, do you ever wonder if tomorrow is a place that doesn't exist?" He laughed and changed the subject, but somewhere deep inside him, a small bell had rung, and he could not quite ignore the sound. That night, the rain came hard against his apartment windows. As Ethan slipped into sleep, the world dissolved around him. He found himself standing barefoot in a field of mango trees. At the center sat his mother on a wooden bench, holding the orange kitten in her lap. She glowed softly. "You came," she said, smiling. "Mom, where am I?" "I just wanted to see you one more time, sweetheart." "One more time?" "Mom, I'm coming home soon. I promise." She raised a finger to her lips, then pointed behind him. A long road of white envelopes stretched into the horizon, lifting one by one into the sky like silent birds. "Don't be sad, my love," she whispered. "I waited as long as I could." She dissolved into petals. Ethan reached for her and woke with a gasp. The room was dark and empty. He lay awake until the first gray light crept through the curtains. The next morning, he arrived at the office, still shaken. His secretary stood waiting at his door, her face pale, the receiver of the office phone clutched in her hand. "Mr. Hayes," she said softly. "There's a call for you. It's your sister." He picked up the heavy black handset. The line crackled. "Clara?" "Ethan." Her voice trembled. "Mom passed in her sleep last night. The doctor said it was her heart. Please come home." The receiver slipped from his fingers and dangled by its coiled cord, swinging slowly against the desk. The vast office around him, with all its expensive furniture, suddenly felt like a tomb. The next day, the train carried him through the countryside. In his coat pocket lay his mother's last letter, the one he had never opened. He held it the way a man holds something he is afraid to lose, even though it is already lost. When he arrived, white funeral lanterns hung at the cottage door. Clara stood on the porch in mourning clothes, her eyes red, her face hardened. "You came," she said. "She asked for you, every day, for 5 years." She walked past him into the house. Inside, his mother lay peacefully in an open casket, surrounded by white chrysanthemums. The orange cat sat faithfully beside her. Ethan knelt down. He could not cry. The grief was too vast. That night, he wandered into his mother's bedroom. The wooden drawer caught his eye. He opened it. 47 sealed envelopes, all addressed to him. None ever mailed. His hands trembled as he picked them up, one by one, and his mother's voice rose from the pages like a soft chorus. "My dear Ethan, the snow came early this year. My dear Ethan, I made your favorite soup, but there was no one to eat it. My dear Ethan, I heard your voice on the radio advertisement last week. I cried for an hour. My dear Ethan, please don't worry. I know you're busy." He sank to his knees and wept. Great heaving sobs from the bottom of his soul, from the place where for 10 years he had told himself he had no time to feel. Clara appeared in the doorway. Slowly, the hardness in her face softened. She sat beside him on the floor. "She wrote one every week," Clara whispered, "but she never mailed them. She said she didn't want to bother you." She walked to the post office every Sunday with one in her hand, and every Sunday she walked back home with it still in her pocket. "Why didn't you write to me?" "I did, Ethan. 12 letters. You never wrote back." He had no answer. He thought of all the unopened envelopes piled on his desk, the ones he had meant to read tomorrow. By dawn, Ethan had read every letter. He picked up the very last one, the one on top of the stack. He looked at the date on the envelope, and his heart stopped. It was the day she died. He opened it with trembling hands. "My dear Ethan, today I feel a little tired. Last year, the doctor said my heart was weak. I didn't tell you because I knew you would worry, and I didn't want you to come home out of guilt. I wanted you to come home because you missed me. If this is the last letter, my love, please don't blame yourself. A mother's love does not keep score. If I am given another life, and another, and another, I would still choose to be your mother, every time. Live well, love well. Don't wait for tomorrow to do the things your heart tells you today." She had known, and yet she had not called him to her side. She had only forgiven him. He hugged the letter to his chest and cried his eyes out like a child. He had no idea that the tomorrow he kept promising would never happen. We often live as though we have an infinite reservoir of time. We treat the people who love us most as if they are permanent fixtures in the landscape of our lives, forgetting the undeniable truth of impermanence. Everything is in motion. Everything fades. The greatest illusion we suffer from is the belief that we have time. True peace is not found when we finally achieve all our goals in some distant future. It is found when we awaken to the fragile, precious reality of right now. If this story touched your heart or reminded you of someone waiting for your call, please share it and subscribe to our channel. Let us continue to journey together, finding the courage to live deeply, love completely, and awaken to the quiet miracles of the present moment. Who is the person you need to call today? Leave a comment below, and then go make that call.